Hello and welcome to our midnight feature presentation for this always midnight somewhere. Tonight just a regular chatting stream. Don't really have much planned, unfortunately. Yeah, no viewers, that makes sense. We uploaded a video today that you might have watched. We auditioned for the Wildcard Club, which is a group between Doki Bird, Amelie, Iron Mouse, and our Oshi, Rin Penrose. Yeah. We're very nervous about that video, especially since we messed up a few times, but rather than starting over, we just kept chugging along. Rather than just discarding everything and starting all over again. Which is a huge problem for us, just starting all over again, you know? Oh my gosh. We had Ramune today, and we've been using it as a water bottle for today because we just like the bottle. Most delicious soda we've ever had. Hashtag not sponsored. Ramunes are like the little Japanese sodas with the fun little bottles that are very difficult to open. I had an issue earlier today where we couldn't open one because it was missing the plastic cap that allows you to open it. Not great. So, what we did is we simply handled it scientifically. We'll say that didn't. Oh, and if you see any news of destruction of a local police station, we have nothing to do with that. Just for the record. If you see it. I mean, it might not be the case, but don't ask. It's really hard to open, okay? They have this hyper-specific message. Method. Method, not message. So we have some potato chips. These are apparently Lay's all dressed, which means it has the 4 top flavors of Lay's. Regular potato chip barbecue sauce, and what do you forget the next one? But yeah, it's good. It's good. No colors from artificial sources, it says. So why is it covered in a red powder? At the very least, this does seem to have, like, mostly vegetables. That's good. The paprika extract is what causes the color. But also it has corn maltodextrin, which, you know, it's scary when you can't recognize the word. We're not scientists. We're not mad nutritionists. We know a few of those, though. Their foods are interesting, to say the least. Huh. So no idea what we're going to do tonight. Probably just chill. Also, the title is an Aqua Teen Hunger Force reference. We've never seen that show, but we thought it was a cute reference to make. We have a Rubik's Cube. And we can typically solve one in about 3 minutes. We're good at the memory parts, but not the dexterous parts, so we're just going to shuffle this real quick and just mess around with it on stream or something. We actually did start watching some Rin Penrose videos after we did the application. That was not the first take. That was the last 2 dozen takes. Very difficult. Alright, time start. Yeah. We're not the best at going the fastest course, but who could be? Let's be completely honest with ourselves. Who could be? The first step is the hardest when you're trying to go fast. So that's important to note. Okay. We're still working on editing that reaction to the guy who didn't like musicals. There's a lot of silence. We're not finished yet, but it took us 4 hours to get to like the halfway point of the skeletal structure, and not even the extra flair we want to add to the video, you know? At least we hope he will have the willpower to add extra flair to it. There we are. Alright. Oh, we're still missing one. Okay. We jumped the gun there. Go. Okay, ideal. Okay. Let's see. You like doing this part in particular, even though it's the most counterintuitive part imaginable. Oh hey, finish. Done. Timer. Just for future reference, I guess. Of course, it's not like you can see it. Alright. We have an oracle deck, actually, that we may want to use. It was down a card because one got kind of screwed over. This is the Fairies Oracle Deck and Guidebook. We use it for divination sometimes. Now, why doesn't mad science believe in divination? Because the multiverse is vast and very scary. So you begin to see a lot of strange things. Remember at one point, we had gotten used to seeing many gods, you know? Hellenistic, Aztec, the, the Abrahamic one. And, yes, those are the three major faiths, of course. But something we didn't. We've also met many gods from like fictional works, like entities from the Cthulhu mythos. We've met gods that none of you will ever hear of, you know? But We weren't expecting a fictional character that was not originally a god to be a god. Remember, we met Sherlock Holmes. We never met the actual one, like the one you and us would normally associate with Sherlock Holmes. A regular mortal person, you know? Well, not regular. Clearly some sort of genius, but, a person, regardless. And we saw him, a god of logic and deduction, a detective work and mystery. Oh, look at him, was glorious. Normally we're prepared for these sorts of things, but we weren't expecting something we recognized but didn't, you know? It was beautiful. Sorry, that probably sounds outright mad, but we're the Madwomen, so insanity is a large part of our identity. Mm. Who knows? We're just gonna pull a card from the Oracle deck, and we're just gonna see what our mood is right now. Good things come in threes. Ooh, we think this is the card that basically says make a wish. Oh, that's actually really relevant to the audition we uploaded today. We wouldn't have made it public, but they said public auditions encouraged, so we might as well. And we figured that most of the roles would just go to, you know, big YouTubers, maybe Whole Life members, and things like that, but eh, it's worth it to try, you know? We made sure to include the fact we were homeless, don't worry, though we didn't try to milk it for a sob story. I just felt that was important. Also, give money to the Cash App. Unrelated, of course. Alright, good things come in threes. The Triae, one of many Triads' sisters in Greek mythology, were known as prophetics and are credited in Homeric texts when inventing the very arts of divination, which they did by tossing stones. Melania, Cleopatra, and Daphnis lived in relation to the Greek gods but spent most of their time on earth among nature. After all, they were the patrons of the bees and loved honey. When this card is drawn, it's time to make a wish. It's useless always wanting what we don't have, but sometimes we have to dare to make a wish before it can come true. Wishing is a way of seeing the future. Bonus, indulge your love of sweets, especially honey, during this time. Alright. We'll get ourselves some ice cream tomorrow or something. So, of course, we do tend to overindulge in food regardless. Actually, we could just get ourselves another one of these from Moon things. And a microwave meal would be nice. I think there's a microwave around. We're working on building an air fryer or something like that. It's a lot of work, especially since most of the stuff we can find for free is either stuff in trash cans or in the woods. And wood does not produce heat very well while still lasting long. So it's gonna take us a while to find the right bits of scrap. So, also, yes, that is the only limitation we can think of. Ah, gods. I think it's unfortunate that we don't have much of a chat. If we had more of a chat, we could probably get things going quicker. Like, you see us with Legend, and, we don't know, we feel like we're as quick as a wicked when we're with him. He's a good friend. Always willing to stream with us, and take part in our crazy experiments. Not like he's a normal baseline. We just found out he isn't even from this dimension. We found it out during the reaction to the guy who didn't like musicals, which again, we will edit and upload at some point. We promise. Now we have to. We promised it. We certainly promised Legend we would. Mm. We're doing better than we think we would normally in terms of actually being able to stay engaging and on the level, we guess, when it comes to streaming and just going off the top of the dome, the almighty Bohm, the wondrous almighty Bohm. Ready? Right? The Oracle deck uh, showed us like the card we most associate with it. So, to be clear, this is Fairy's Oracle deck and guidebook. It's available from places like Barnes and Nobles or other places that sell Oracle or Tarot decks, we guess. But yeah. Uh, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. We actually saw a Magic the Gathering Oracle deck. Also, when we were at the store with this, we were getting some people we do not like interacting with to help us get this. So we also managed to see a few other Oracle decks, and we were debating between this one, which is a rebought version of a deck we already had but can't find, and the Magic Gathering Oracle deck, but we figured that was a little more expensive. And also, like, it didn't come with anything like a mini Magic booster pack or something. It would be funny if it had like a reprint of like a bulk rare or something, a good commander card basically. But yeah. That would be neat. If the Magic the Gathering thing actually came with a Magic the Gathering card. But yeah. It is cool. It's cool. We can sometimes do magic. We can sometimes do divination using the random button on Scryfall, so that's fun. Actually, let's take a break from our lovely Oracle deck. We named our Oracle deck, of course. It's Yzma, after a song we were listening to, Snuff Out the Light. Very good song. We should cover it at some point, honestly. Yeah. We're just going to press random on Scryfall 3 times for past, present, future, just in general. Alright. First of all, Still Moon Cavalier. Cavalier, that's how you pronounce it. Still Moon Cavalier. Creature, zombie. This represents the past, by the way. From Eventide. 1 and Orzhov hybrid, so mana value 3. Creature zombie knight, protection from white and from black. Pay an Orzhov hybrid, it gains flying until end of turn. Pay an Orzhov hybrid, it gains first strike until end of turn. And 2 Orzhov hybrid, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Alright. Still Moon Cavalier. Interesting. Voyage's End is present. Return target creature to its owner's hand, scry 1. And the flavor text says, philosophers say, those lost at sea ascended to a more perfect realm. Sailors say they drowned. and the art depicts the edge of the earth. Likely, yeah, it's Daryl's. It's Daryl's. Literal edge of the earth. And third card is Squee the Immortal. This is specifically the Multiverse Legends version of the card. You may cast this card from your graveyard or from exile. We have like a bracket 4 deck built around this guy, so we still need to fine tune it, but yeah. Let's see. Squee had never wanted to be a king or a symbol of defiance against Phyrexians. Naturally, he found himself as both. Well, that's interesting. Hmm. This is just common vibes. We're not sure what it could mean. This feels as though, you know how psychologists will often not be able to identify their own psychological issues because there's a difference between helping a person solve a maze from the outside of it and being stuck in the maze yourself? I think that's what's happening here. Because we can't get a proper reading on it. We didn't ask for anything in particular. We wonder if Voyage's End means that things are going to look up soon. It's our birthday in uh on the 1st, so less than a week. Next weekend. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Well, what that's about. And Squee the Immortals in our future. That's a positive. I think. Well, maybe it's the flavor text. Hmm. Interesting. It is something positive. Well, wondering what that means for us. Square never wanted to be a king or a symbol of defiance against Phyrexians. Naturally, he found himself as both. Feels that the second invasion. Do we pay more attention to the card's name and mechanics, or do we pay more attention to the flavor text? Well, we're going to naively hope this means we'll be immortal. Oh, there's a $500 version of this card for some reason. Yeah, this card is worth $1. So that's fun. We used to own a copy of Squee the Immortal. Yeah, we love this little guy. Let's see, got something. Sorry, a friend messaged us on Discord. Hmm. He's been dealing with things, so mental health related, you know? Don't want to go into details. Not like there's much to say. Oh, there's a viewer. Hi, viewer. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Greetings. Yes. Yeah. We're just here chatting. We're celebrating the fact that we managed to have the guts to actually do that audition we uploaded today. Especially the singing. We've gotten good at singing it, but we don't know. But yeah. I wonder how long the viewer's been watching. In any case, glad you're here for however long you're here for. We're just gonna solve the Rubik's Cube again. I wonder if you could do divination with a Rubik's Cube. Can't imagine how. Hmm. Alright. There we go, there we go, there we go. This one's going a lot smoother. Oh, time starts like 5 seconds ago. Let's see. Where is it? Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Oh, Inspector Gadget. Go, Gadget, go. Go, Gadget, go. Go. Don't put the Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Go, Gadget, go. Gadget, go. Done. Time. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now we're just tossing it up in the air and catching it. Amazing. What's at the top of our Oracle deck this time? The Fairy Oracle deck. We got the card Treat Yourself, which comes after Good Things Come in Threes, which encouraged us to eat, sleep things. So, yeah, now we gotta hit that soda tomorrow or whatever. Treat yourself. Alexis are fairies of ancient Mayan tradition who are invisible to humans though they will reveal themselves when they want something. Often, Alexis wants something. These mischievous, chaos-loving fairies adore gifts. Farmers in the Yucatan Peninsula would leave offerings to Alexis, hoping to win their favor so that their crops might flourish that season. Alexis can summon rain and protect your property at night, but only if they get something first. When this card is drawn, it's time to treat yourself. The defining characteristic of Alexis is that they are childlike, demanding treats, and doling out punishments when they don't get enough attention. Channel the Alex and your inner child and give yourself to your desires. Live a little, or a lot. Consider creating a small home like Mayan farmers used to do, to beckon in a Lux to your space. That's pretty fun, all things considered. We just noticed. The first card we did, Treat Yourself, was about a Hellenistic entity, or three Hellenistic entities. And this one is about an Mayan, not Aztec. It's two different cultures. But still somewhere enough to give us pause. We should maybe build in a Lux, like a small little thing. Not that we have much to build with, but... Next one said Abrahamic. We don't think there's any Abrahamic faith-related ones in the fairy guidebook. Thank the gods. Well, there's Morgana the Fae, which takes the form of Shapeshifter in the deck. Morgana the Fae, the shape-shifting fairy of Arthurian folklore. Which we didn't get. We got Sacred Treasure. Let's see. What's Sacred Treasure? I believe this is Hindu. Of course, we're mostly judging by the art. We probably have that wrong or something. Let's see, just browsing through the book. Now this is content. By the way, we highly recommend this. It's lovely. According to Hindu legend, we are correct. Nagas are half cobra, half human creatures who have the power to foretell premature death and determine when somebody's evil. These handsome shapeshifters are associated with the element of water and make lavish homes underground. Palaces filled with treasures, where the Nagas guard carefully. Buddhist temples in Tibet have statues of Nagas flanking the entrance, suggesting that the Nagas are also thought of as protectors of what is sacred. When this card is drawn, take a moment to appreciate all the richness in your life. Help the Nagas protect what is sacred to you by writing a list of everything you're grateful for, everything that makes you feel rich. Take this energy with you when you go out in the world, and refer to your list whenever you're feeling low. That's probably good advice for one of you. We have a good number of things we're grateful for, and mainly friends. Mainly friendship. That's the most important bit. And of course, this laptop, which allows us to access most of our friends, as well as, stream to all of you. And of course, the consistent ability to put food on the table. Well, the proverbial table, so to speak. I don't know. Oh, this one popped out. Joke's on you, huh? That's the card. I think the guidebook says that it's something relating to... It's definitely related to Hindu legend as well. These are basically trickster entities. But, it has some things about clean your room and therefore clean your mental space, but we think it's more related to just the universe is about to pull a prank on us or something. Who knows? or we're in for a nasty surprise. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, we're just gonna put this back in its little box so that it can stay safe. We had to repair a card. Specifically, it was treat yourself. Uh, because we accidentally rested it on a spot with some water. So that card's back in the deck. Well, all it took was a little bit of glue. Let's put the guidebook in the same box. Yeah. Highly recommend the Fairies Oracle Deck and Guidebook. It has very lovely art, if nothing else. And a lot of good advice in the book. And a lot of cool information on fairies. It's just a pretty neat product. Especially since it was the cheapest Oracle deck where we found it. We're kind of at a loss at where else we can take this stream, you know? We don't want to show our face or show off any of our inventions. We don't want we don't want any governments to even get a hint. Yeah, you know. Oh, hi, Scrubbin. Hi, Scrubbin system. Hello again. We're streaming. There's probably a bit of a stream delay, but yeah. Hello. Now we have 2 viewers. No, just the one. Still. Okay. The views haven't changed either. Weird. Anyways. Hello. Okay, we're gonna have to get out the deck again because, hey, do you want to get a reading from our Oracle deck? We'll see how big the stream delay is. Oh, we're all doing fine. Our birthday's coming up in a few days. We did, you saw that we uploaded that audition to, uh, to join the Wild Card Club, which is a group of like 4 VTubers we like. uh, okay, okay, okay. Get out of the deck now. You can leave. Okay. Deck doesn't want to come out, apparently. Not tonight, it says. Come on, we want to help our friend here. Please. Why are you stuck? Oh. Okay, what was the stuck card? We accidentally revealed another card to us. That's also important. Wish we could join, but unfortunately we are but a baby PNG tuber. Ah, you're a PNG tuber. That's lovely. That's nice. well, we got this model for free off of B-Roid, which is a whole thing, and then you also have to get an application called VC Face. That's how we do it. Always wanting to help a fellow system out with the VTubing game. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. No worries. Alright. Sacred Treasure again? Alright, we're going to do a reading we're going to get out a card from our Oracle deck. Pick a card, any card. Okay, we'll pick for you. This card, why not? Show us what you got. Ooh, that's Wayward Paths. We know what that card's about. It's about being distracted and being misdirected. It's basically a card telling you to stay focused or you might go down the wrong path. Oh, the top card. Alright, we'll do the top card as well. Oh, and say it out loud. Feels pretty self-explanatory. Let's read both of these in the order we picked them up. Or we'll read Say It Out Loud first because that's the one we managed to come across first. Because we held the book upside down. Let's see. The Nakir of Scandinavian folklore are water spirits who dwell near lakes and rivers, where they have been known to lure people into the water to their deaths. These shapeshifters usually take the form of humans, but also have been known to appear as horses, beckoning people onto their backs before riding into the water. Not all accounts of Nakir are so vicious. Some portray the spirit in the form of a peaceful man playing the violin near a waterfall. Well, our ADHD is causing a lot of problems. We just got a new job and we're scared we'll be too distracted and lose it. Oh no! That sounds about right, I guess. For Say It Out Loud, if you find yourself tricked by Nakir, the way to free yourself is by saying their name. When this card is drawn, it's possible there's something you're afraid of or that's hanging over you, dragging you down into depths of despair, where you feel like you are drowning. Whatever it is, say it out loud, or better yet, write it down. Vocalizing your fears is part of the process of confronting them. Sometimes it's all that's needed to make a situation seem manageable. And as for Wayward Paths, it's somewhere in here. Oh, here it is. Wayward Paths. The Gwyllion are fairies of Welsh folklore who have been said to haunt desolate roads, leading travelers away from their intended path, often towards danger. Yeah, it is good advice. This book is filled with good advice and cool fairy facts. The reason they do this is unclear. Their cries can be heard echoing throughout the Welsh mountain ranges at night, when they're most likely to appear. Try to catch one and she'll vanish. When this card is drawn, stay alert. Distractions could be lurking, and while they're probably harmless, look out for anything or anyone vying for your attention when they don't deserve it. Your time and energy are precious. Do what you can to protect them. Having pulled one of the more malevolent fairies in this deck, consider doing some sort of spiritual cleanse to recenter, whether that's saging your home or meditating. Yeah, that's what's going on there. we are look we are working on uploading a video with the reaction to the guy who didn't like musicals. It's just gonna be the highlights, not the whole thing, which means we have an editing job to do. Ooh, very much cumbersome. I won't. Oh, no worries, no worries, no worries. we we hope it helped you. You can also do divination using this random button on Scryfall, getting a random magic card. So let's see here. We're just going to pull up a random card for you. Just one random Magic the Gathering card. Ah, ah, let's see. You probably don't play Magic, but, you know, it's still, like, something fun. I'm not sure about our own reading earlier. Oh, you got a basic mountain. Ooh, the Doctor Who mountain, too. But, we love the Doctor Who precons. Anyways. Mountains are representative of red mana. Red mana is the color of fiery passion, emotion, love, all that good stuff. You know, we're probably going to need to learn editing too soon. We'd love to make actual videos and not just VODs, though maybe we should focus on beating the demon that is sound balancing. Oh yeah. You used to play Magic. Nice. Well, thanks to stream delay, you've already gotten our spiel about what red means in Magic the Gathering. I think in most tests we usually got something around Naya colors. Cool. We like to identify ourselves as Mardu. Red's passion, white's vigilance, and black's ambition, especially the ambition. Again, we want to redefine villain to mean ambitious. Sorry, we're stretching. Okay. Okay. We have a friend who just moans when they stretch. Meanwhile, we're making these cutesy little noises. Yeah. Okay. We're excited for a few new Warner Brothers movies that are coming out, especially Clayface. Oh, turning Clayface into body horror is a stroke of genius. Like, we're surprised that wasn't thought of before. Like, Mardu is very much a defining villain color. Yes, yes, yes. Well, color identity. There's a difference. The colors are what makes up the color identity. Anyways, but yeah, Mardu is very much our color identity, and a very villainous one at that. Though Magic does insist on just making on Grixis being the villain colors. Not, Mardu, Mardu, or Mardon't. Either way. Yeah. By the way, how many legendary Grixis commanders are in Universes Beyond sets that are her that play an antagonistic role? A lot, we'd bet. But yeah. Sorry. Sorry, we just wanted to make a cute noise. We're gonna get you, see? We're gonna, we're gonna, we're gonna get you sleeping with the fishies, please. See, please, please. Bolas had his day in the sun. Now he lets Queen Marchesa have her turn. Preach, preach. We're excited for Reality Fracture, by the way. Just messing around with it, characters and what colors can do. Yeah. Ah. Our throat needs to rest a little bit. We hang out in Darien safe servers a lot, so we see a lot of cute noises from Stretchy or just at random. Aww. That's lovely, yeah. that's that's very lovely. Mm, but yeah. Okay. Mm, yeah. Been experimenting a lot with hypnosis the past few months. We've always loved hypnosis. Yes, in that way, but also not in that way. Wink, wink. But yeah, we do just enjoy hypnosis as a whole, as in its entirety. Not keep your mind out of it. Anyways, uh, yeah, we mess around with us getting triggers, which none of you get to know. No offense, but there could be just some random jerk coming in order to try to activate a trigger. Not that it would work, but still. You know, we've been thinking about that basic mountain you got. We think that since it was the Doctor Who art, it may be saying to try and go out and explore, to go see new things and sights, discoveries. Just have fun. Enjoying hypnosis. It came free with your gender. Mm-hmm. Yep. Came free with our gender. And yeah. Oh, God, so I just remembered something very embarrassing about a certain kind of hypnosis that you can probably infer from before we realized we were trans. That was a roadblock to figure out we were trans in hindsight. Yeah, but yeah. We're gonna we're gonna bury the boy. We're gonna go to Julie surely. I hope present is cushy. Ask back. I would love to explore new things. Right now, it's just a matter of cost. Though, with the new job, maybe we could find time to explore the world more. Yeah. I think it's always nice to go out and see new things. Meanwhile, we've been stuck on this in this place for the past month. Interdimensional exile. You gotta love it. We're having a good time in your dimension. A great time. Okay, we are having a good time in this dimension. This was the dimension we came from, so we still had some friends and everything, but we're still not doing great on the financial side of things. So it makes it hard to do crazy mad scientist inventions. Not the best, we have to tell you. We're gonna bury the boy. We're gonna go to We're gonna bury the boy. We're gonna go to Alright, sorry. brain sort of petered out and started defaulting to Nerdy Prudes Must Die, the musical. As you do. I'm pretty sure Shakespeare did that too. Ah, hmm. We do hope that if we do get into the Wild Card Club, we end up joining Rin Penrose's side of things. She's our favorite. Like, in general, our favorite VTuber. She's just very funny. Also, very good at messing around with gender expectations and the like. Just very good. And we also like that she tries her best to be original and stretch the bounds of VTubing, you know? You're fine, better than defaulting to pure silence. Makes sense. Yeah. we we have days where we tend to think we're a pretty good entertaining streamer, and then days where we go like, gods, we cannot speak a word to save our lives. Just a say, case in point. Honestly, it's less day by day and more second by second. You know, we have a feeling that's a pretty universal experience. One moment you're, I am invincible! And then the next moment, no. We love Rin Penrose too, guys. Yes. Oh, hello, Bread. Bread BTS. Yeah, Rin Penrose is great. But yeah. Hello, Bread BTS. Hello. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. Ah, okay. Right now, we have to settle for being a 2v, but one day we're going to get our mind control raised into all the. We mean we're gonna be a successful VTuber, and we're going to do some totally mentally ethical things. Yes, definitely, totally, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Hello, bread. The conquest of bread. Again, apologies for the stream delay, so we're reacting to messages much slower than we normally would. Alright, now we got yeah, this, the Rubik's Cube. The cube of Rubik himself. We think, maybe. We're not sure. Anyways. Me and having 3 older sisters and a little brother. Ah. Yeah. But yeah, that's a lot of siblings. We always wanted a sister growing up. Although we realized we were the sister the whole time. Yeah. Whoop, wrong section. You go over here. And then you go here. And now we have to deal with you. Here. You have to go like that. There. Yeah, siblings tend to do that. It, it's the course of things. Though sometimes it can be taken way too far. We can bury the boy. We can go to away. Alright, here we are. There we are, there we are, there we are. There we are. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Sorry, brain. Sorry, our brain's just braining right now. Our brain is being a brain in that it is refusing to cooperate with us. But we'll show it. We'll show them all. It's not that funny. Let's see. Almost there. Da 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 dun 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 dun. Okay, that's a good sign. They're pissing me off so much, I just heard them scream at nothing. Yeah, that sounds like a sibling. That sounds like a sibling, unfortunately. And finish the Rubik's Cube. There we go. We're sorry to hear that your siblings are causing you trouble, Bread. But yeah. Dun 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 dun. Just messing around with the Rubik's Cube now. Juggling. Ah ha ha. We were the quiet siblings stuck inside our own head. Though, I guess looking back at it makes sense why we were always talking to ourselves. Yeah, same here. Same here. We're not sure if we were the quiet one, but we did talk to ourselves a lot. We remember we used to have an imaginary world that was all just copies of us. You know how I upload videos? There should be like an upload button near the top of YouTube next to the search bar. Just starting out? But yeah. That's where you should be able to find it. It takes a little while for them to load, but yeah, that should help you. But yeah, like, here's the thing. The town full of us's, they were all named like Smurfs. So there was a crazy one, a happy one, a silly one, and there was a pizza one. Just one whose entire personality was pizza. We don't know what that means either. We just... These are wild, honestly. We would often associate and dream of an quote unquote imaginary end quote world. I just got back. My sisters just walked in my room for nothing. Oh, no worries, no worries. I'm so happy we can press a button to export our Twitch VODs to a YouTube channel. Ooh, that's neat. That's lovely. Just a simple click of a button. Yeah. Turns out editing things takes a long while. Like, we're editing something right now, and it's like a few hours of footage. We've only gone halfway through the skeletal structure of it without any significant add-ons or anything like that. And Yeah, it's it's quite it's quite the long process. That took 4 hours. So we think maybe even 5 hours. Editing is quite the work. Yeah. We're hoping we have what it takes to join the big leagues. The big leagues. Yeah. Very lovely. Yeah. Let's see here. We are never sure how good our singing ability is. We think our throats felt a little shot the last few days. We guess we've just been talking a lot, even off stream. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we had an imaginary world too. Also, it's funny to remember how back in high school we thought we had layers of personalities that help deal with different things to prevent the crying child. Aw, that's sweet. At our core from coming out. It's honestly crazy that we thought that was how everyone functioned and that we definitely didn't have multiple people in our brain. Yep, the things you take for granted. Of course, we never took our normalcy for granted because we always knew we were crazy. Alright, have a good have a good sleep, Fred. Night night. But yeah. Uh uh yeah. The brain is a wild thing. Also, how bad is our stream delay? Or maybe it's just delayed chat. Night break. Yes, night. Eh, yeah. We have so many ambitions. We're lucky that we have Legend because he is more level headed and has some more like low key ideas for streams and the like. And it gives us like things to do that aren't too over the top. It's like 10 seconds or so. Okay, that makes sense. Fair enough. Okay. Alright, we're confusing ourselves. But yeah, we're confusing ourselves on the Rubik's Cube because we wanted to make a pattern. And now we're sort of just scrolling it up. Which is fine. We're allowed to screw things up. It's allowed, it's legal, it's not against the law yet. Nope. Guess we have to just scramble it and solve it from there. We'll solve it in a bit. But yeah, we get distracted by the Rubik's Cube too easily. Let's see, what else can we talk about around here? Not the lamp, not the freeze ray again. Then again, we haven't really talked about it on stream. But at the same time, we don't want to give the government any ideas. We have this instant boba kit that we need to use. It still has 2 things in it left. We guess we'll try and use that tomorrow. Yeah, and it will save us money. So let's try this. And some popcorn too. We'll see if, yeah, we think what we'll do is there we go. Should boba as in boba tea. Milk tea powdered in the boba puff. Oh, I want some popcorn. So do we. We don't have a microwave nearby, unfortunately. For sure you can, but can you pop popcorn in an air fryer? We're gonna look that up because we're building one of those right now out of scrap. We're assuming you can, but we spelled fryer like the religious type of fryer. So, alright. There we go. Let's see if there's any chat messages. You wish you owned an air fryer? Yeah. Totally, that's why we're trying to make one, but we're lacking any materials for it. It's not great to be homeless and a mad scientist. You get the urge to tinker, and you just can't. We're working on it. There it is. There's the question. Can it pop popcorn? Answer is yes. Air fryers are healthier, quick and convenient, customizable flavors. Easy to experiment with flavors from classic butter to exotic seasonings. Ooh. No mess. We just have a bag of popcorn, not like unpopped popcorn kernels, but yeah, whatever. Alright, we'll keep this in mind at the very least. Yeah, air fryer, nice. And it'll be good to have access to hot food at night. Huh. Alright. Sorry, our soul left our body for a second. Sure, that's the excuse. What actually happened is we got some granola bars. Let's try chewy chocolate chunk. Just a granola bar. Because we're a bit hungry. There we are. Oh, don't mind us, just enjoying a midstream snack. Yeah. Wondering how we best put these out so that we know, oh, we have to make these today. Plural excuse we use for dissociating gout. Sorry, we were communing with the elder ones. What did you say? Oh, that makes sense. We often have auditory processing issues, so that can end up annoying at times. We think we might steal that. You know, we love streaming. We're not sure if we're any good at it, but we love streaming. It just, you know, it just feels right at times. We just love it. It's a fun hobby at the very least. Hopefully, they're able to preserve the internet like a million years in the future. We certainly hope so. We think you're good at it if it matters. Thank you! Thank you! Hmm. 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 We still haven't gone down the thank you for the 10 gifted subs, woo route yet, but we're working on it. No, wait, gifted subs don't work on YouTube. Ah! Alright. Do. Pegs! Alright. Sorry about that. Sorry. That might actually just be an ambulance. In which case, we hope everyone's okay. we just. We were just in full streamer mode for a second. What would be the funniest thing to say at this moment in time? I know. Let's call the ambulance drivers pigs. We didn't think it would be ambulance drivers for some reason. Oh yeah, we still have chips we need to eat. Oh. Mm. Right. So apparently, one of our stems is eating food, just like enjoying food is a stem for us, which explains our weight problem. This is the comedy police. The joke is too funny. Nah! You'll never take us alive, Buzz. You know, the term cop originally meant to steal. You know, like, we think the phrase cop of feel is still one, or maybe that's an old person term. It's definitely a very crude term. But yeah, cop means steal, so rude. We eat way too much as a stim and for stress management. Yeah, yeah. I think also like food scarcity is a part of it. Just like, you know, we don't know if we're gonna keep our next meal or if it will be eaten by ants, or we don't know if we get arrested or something. So we eat what we can. uh, 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 three blind mice. Three blind mice. See how they run. See them look twice. We don't think that's the lyrics, but in any case, they all ran after the farmer's wife. You don't know the lyrics. Oh, oh right. They all ran after the farmer's wife, and she cut off their tails with a carving knife. Oh, tell me, have you seen such a sight as three blind mice? Out now, the Madwomen sing all your favorite nursery rhymes. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mom's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, Mom's gonna buy you a diamond ring. We try to make sure we can sing good, you know? Though it's hard. We think us voice training also helps in that regard. Sorry, something. There's just a lot of roaches around, you know? So, I tend to be a bit nervous. As you can probably hear, we're in the not so great outdoors. Not the most ideal spots, but we managed to make it work. Managed to find a nice, private, secluded place to be at night. And you won't even get a hint at what it is. Anyways. Dang. Our brain. uh, oh. Anyway. Ah. That's our neck, you see. But yeah. Uh. Oh yeah. Here's something. As a supervillain, we have opinions about Batman. Capital O opinions. We don't like him. Don't get us wrong. We love the Batman series. We love Gotham. We love the Rogues Gallery, especially. But outdoors are nice, kinda. Definitely not right now. Right now it's 30 degrees at the dead of night. Alright, fair enough. No. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just your typical Batman is sort of a fascist prick who beats up the mentally ill and the poor. I mean, honestly, if there was another like big hero in Gotham, give us a second. If there was another big hero in Gotham, that one Batman would just be considered a member of uh, Gotham's Rogue Gallery. We think he's just as mad as the rest of us. In fact, he is absolutely bonkers. I mean, he dresses up as a bat and beats up people in the middle of the night. So, Like, uh, Absolute Batman managed to get around it, but it's really hard to do Batman himself in the modern day because oh yeah, absolutely. Like I get sending them to Arkham instead of jail, but also most people just pretend it's a jail anyways. Exactly. It's an asylum for the criminally insane, in particular. But yeah, uh, I'm gonna say, the thing about Batman was that he was originally perceived as, what if the cops had more tools and utility at their side? Wouldn't that be great? And then, you can see what happened there. The answer is no. No, it would not be great. No, we can look outside in order to disprove that. So now you have to, and of course, him being a billionaire who beats up people who are mentally ill. Like even if they do kill people in the story, they're still written to be that way. It's quite the justification. But in Absolute Batman, they just solved it by making Batman poor, which were most of his problems were in any case, but not all of them. But they managed to smooth over a few of those too. Mm. Also, his rogues gallery is like actual people with power instead of, the most vulnerable people in society. Hmm, hmm, uh, hmm, hmm. Good granola bar. Ah, hmm. As much as we'd love to stream forever, we think we're running out of steam and we have some things to do that we need energy for, and we have friends to talk to. Oh, and we need to set up tomorrow's stream. Oh, I wish a majority of Batman villains did change for the better and got treatment they needed and helped up. We got a couple villains like that, but capitalism means they have to be evil. Well, we want to blame capitalism. It's more just having the story, like be the same. Like no matter where you jump on. The comic industry hates new ideas and changes the status quo. Yep, that's what being a superhero is all about. That's the problem with following heroes. You have to keep things the same. Things have to go back to normal. The hero's journey. Back to quote unquote normalcy. Of course, that's not to say all heroes are bad. Like, we love Superman, but still. Ah, sorry. Yeah. We do think we will have to end the stream soon. We are out. The comic. Oh, we already read that. We are out of fuel, unfortunately. Uh, we are so sorry. We want to keep going. Ah, but we're still doing pretty good. Especially considering we don't have a ton to work with right now. Just us and one very loyal viewer. Thank you for tuning in to our midnight feature presentation. But don't fret. While this presentation may be over, remember, it is always midnight somewhere. Thank you, and good night.